snatched my shirt off my back, reached in my bosom, in my Twin City bank. She reached in and took her money out. And I said, I ain't got to holler for you. I ain't got no. For assault, I should have. Twin City robbery. That's right. I said, everybody can make a deposit, but everybody can't make a withdrawal. Wait a minute. Now, didn't we just have this conversation a few minutes ago about buying somebody's morality, holding your morality has a price? And you say, I hit more than $100,000. See, now that's wrong on so many levels. Yeah, that is really bad. That is really really bad. But see, that lets you know that you could be bought. And I understand when you say everybody got a price. Yours was at 100,000 or over. I'm like, I used to when I would go into negotiations when I got into the entertainment industry, and I was still new at it, but I knew some of the nuts and bolts of it. You need a manager, you need an agent, you need a PR person, this, that, and the third. And so I was getting off into that, and I was like, I don't think I want to do that. And so I said, and he said, well, everybody's got a price. What's your price? I said, ah. Hold up for one minute. I went in the ladies' bathroom. They had a scale in there. I went and picked the scale up, brought it back in. Before I went, I stopped to see what the price of gold was for the day or that hour. And I said, okay, this is what I want. I stood on the scale. At that time, I probably weighed about 210 pounds. I mean, I was a good-looking big chick. You know that. I was fabulous. And I said, okay, the price of gold closed at $215.95 an ounce. Okay, this is $210. Let me say 210 and an ounce and 10 and 16 ounces. I said, that's what I want, my weight in gold. See, I'm telling you, I should see we didn't have instant cameras yet. Because I can take a picture of their faces. They face hit the table like, what? And then when they come in first giving me a figure, they'll say, well, what about $100,000? I said, well, what about $250,000? No, well, what about 125? I said, what about 285,000? No, and they kept saying, what? And then I said, I tell you what we're going to do. And the lady who I was sitting there with, she's from Cleveland, and she said, go let them go over there and let them negotiate what they're going to do. And every time they threw out a figure, I said something else. And she said, y'all ain't got this yet. Have you noticed that every time you ask for a price, you give her a number, she come up like maybe twice the number? And it was like, because Hollywood doesn't want thinking women. Want women who can think. They don't want women who can take criticism. I mean, who they can criticize and beat down, and they don't like anybody speaking truth to power. No wonder I was having such a hard time. Well, they didn't give me a handbook anyway. So let me ask you this. This is totally off script. When you got into the entertainment industry, what shocked you the most about being in comedy? I mean, what was the thing that you had to adjust your mindset, adjust your mannerisms so that you would fit in wherever you get in where you fit in? Hmm. Hmm. No. Hmm. 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 And react. You know. Hmm. No. Right. And expect you to be funny all the time. No, and that was my shock. My big shock was I didn't realize how vehemently that male comedians had no respect, didn't want to give a female comic any kind of play. I mean, I got talked about, and women shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be talking like this. You can't be saying this, that, and the other. I mean, ladies don't talk like that. Let me tell you something. I told you before, I went from a adolescent to a woman. I skipped over lady. I didn't become a lady till I was like in my late 30s or 40s. I had to become lady like because after our son was born, because I was like, oh, you can't just say whatever you want to say. You have to repeat everything you say. Mommy, didn't you say she was an a-hole? I'm like, well, if you shut up, everybody told you to get out of grown folks' business. Yes. And remember everything with clarity and with descriptive fodder. They could say, you had on that, remember you had on that short dress, and they said your butt was too big to be on that short. I said, who said that? I said, shut up, and they be like, I thought they was gonna kill me if I wasn't, because they will rat you out. They will. Oh my god. What? And you have to be really really mindful. I ain't gonna tell you that story. Never mind. Back to the show now. Back to what we were. Oh, right. And I see. You know what? That's why you ain't hit the lottery, because you got evil skullduggerous stuff going on in your head. I'm gonna get a bus and I'm gonna take y'all to Disneyland. We gonna come on. We gonna leave you behind there. Now you figure out how to get back to the East Coast. Okay. See, this is the very reason why you ain't hitting the lottery, because you already are plotting and planning, and you probably you're probably at a list, and I bet you your original list probably is not what is your 2023 list, because some of them might be gone, some of them might be dead, some of them might be in jail, and you just filling in with the new friends. So it's gonna be you gonna get 66 people on a bus and let them drive. Oh, that in itself is cool. Oh, you got you got that many friends? That you gonna leave there? Oh, oh that is oh, wait. So you done got two bus loads of people that you like, people that's your friends. One of my favorite new words is frenemies. These are just your frenemies. The kids when they came up with that, I was like, that's really a cool word, your frenemy. You my friend, but say I ain't got no friend. What is I can't even say it. I don't have any frenemies. I mean, either I'm your friend or I'm not gonna be your enemy, because that takes too much work. You know how much work it takes to dislike somebody, to hold a grudge against somebody, or something that jumped off when you were 17 and you're 68 years old now, and you still living in the past with that real. Yeah, I done said the wrong thing to Mr. Petty. About I saw this guy when we were in elementary school, and we went from elementary school to junior high, and that's when we went to three schools. You went to elementary school, you went to junior high school, you went to senior high school. Yeah, now you go from elementary. They take elementary school up until the eighth grade, and then you go to high school in the ninth, 10th, and 11th and 12th grade. Yeah, we had to go to three different buildings. I went to three schools in Ohio, in Cleveland. I went to Outway Elementary School, and they changed the name to Alfred A. Benish. And we got to actually meet a living person who was named after, our school was named after. And so then, and I went to Outway, I went to Kennard Junior High, and I went to East Tech. And matter of fact, okay, this is me blowing my own horn too, and this is a big shout out to the East Tech Scarabs in Cleveland, Ohio. They inaugurated me a few weeks ago into the East Technical High School Hall of Fame. They, ain't that something? They gave me a plaque and a thing. It was great. And I don't know if you know this or remember this, but August the 13th is also Mother Love Day in Cleveland. The mayor of Cleveland, who's the mayor at the time, Michael White, he dubbed August the 13th as Mother Love Day, and it's officially on the Cleveland roster. Yep. How about that? I mean, I felt so humble. I still feel humble and very, very honored that these kids who, well, I take that back because I didn't know they even knew who I was, and all the kids at East Tech knew who I was. They say, Mother Love, the legendary Mother Love, she from East Tech. No, she was. They gonna get the yearbook. I'm like, could y'all please not show my yearbook picture to people? I look 47 in the picture. No, it was East Technical High School, and it used to be an all boys school. My father graduated from East Technical High, so we kept the legacy going. And all of my sisters and brothers, we all graduated from East Technical High School. And so, I mean, I just felt so honored, and I had to thank Bernays but Bernays, I'm gonna call her name Bernays Merritt and Miss Priscilla Mosley and everybody who worked on that committee. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. And I wasn't able to come physically to be there. It was a scheduling conflict, but nonetheless, they still honored me and sent me a plaque and everything. Oh, I'm starting to get a little weepy. Because you just never know who's watching you. You don't never know who's listening to you. When people used to tell me all the time, and my mother used to say, "Shut up, Betty Davis." So I'm like, who the heck is Betty Davis? I didn't know who she was. I stayed up late one night and I saw this movie called Dead Ringer with Betty Davis, and she played an identical twin. She had both parts. And I said, well, Mama, why you keep calling me Betty Davis? She said, because you are acting ass, girl. Let me tell you, 'cause she used to carry a hand towel over her shoulder. And I would be saying something and she would bite the towel. And I used to think she was, biting the towel so she wouldn't be cussing me out. I found out later, she said, girl, I had to bite a towel around you because you say some stuff. And I've been lost all my parental credibility because you are funny. And she was saying, come here, Mama, go out there and give me a switch. Oh. I'm supposed to go outside in the back, cut a vine off the tree, and bring it in here for you to hit me with. I don't think I like that. Well, by the time I got that, I didn't even say it. I just had the look on my face, and she said, "I to go get me." Matter of fact, you bring me three, because I'm gonna braid them. I'm gonna beat your behind right here. I was like, well, the stuff my mother did to me, it's a wonder I have any kind of mental acuity to myself, because I could have been really psychologically damaged. And people don't really understand when you got you have a parent or a guardian who's taking care of you, and every time you get close to them, you jumping because you don't know if they're gonna hit you, slap you, cuss you out, or what. And it left a standing mark on me for a little while. But once I got to college, I left all that in Cleveland. I left. I got to make room for some new else stuff because I know I'm gonna screw up doing something, so I can say, "Oh, I want to do that again," but I'm gonna try first, and then I was just see, and that is so cruel because it took you 6 months before you felt like, oh, maybe the wrath has been toned down. Because my mother would tell us in a minute, "I'm gonna beat you into the middle of next week. I'm gonna slap you into the middle of next week." I'm like, well, can't you just slap me like for Wednesday, for Thursday, instead of having to waste some more time to get to next week? Get out of my face. Get all and we will talk to you through their teeth. Did your mother ever talk to you? No, listen, you everything. Everything. That's why I couldn't understand men that got girlfriends and wives and they cheat on them. And men are like really lousy liars. And most women know when your mate is lying to you. Because, men, and they lie to you and your voice go up when you don't believe what you're saying. You say, do you love me? Yeah, baby, I love you. Okay, let's go get something to eat. See, when you go to that next octave up, we know you lying. We know. Oh, no. Oh, no. You know, scratch it all up and get the pebbles all over.